What's up, weirdos? It's EQ here. Weird Wednesdays, and we're talking about robotics. The fun kind, not the kind that kills you in movies. Or maybe, I don't know. I haven't seen the robots yet. Fingers crossed that these kids know how to program their robots. Roll the intro. I'm gonna talk to myself for a second. Welcome back. Sorry, like I said, tangent. Am I in focus? Am I focused? Am I in focus here? Am I in focus here? I'm in focus here. So I'm gonna try to scoot forward just a little bit. All right, there we go. Robotics. Bam. I decided this is what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna go to a robotics competition and I'm going to film it and ask questions and do some interviews. So instead of me explaining everything, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna head over to the high school and I'm gonna meet up with Chris and I'm gonna let him explain everything to you guys.
My name's Chris Atkins. I'm the assistant coach for First Lego League robotics team. Our team is the Astro Geckos.
Nice.
Longest Geckos is their mascot. Kind of a funny story. And this year's theme is space, so we're the Astro Geckos this year. Today's competition has 3 parts. So every year there's a challenge that all students have to come up with a solution for. So this year's challenge was identify a problem that humans face in long duration space flight, come up with a solution to that. So they had to define, constrain the problem, analyze possible solutions, pick a solution, and then present it to someone in industry, which we did. Then the other part of the judging competition is there's a robot design presentation. So they present their robot to the judges and they explain why they built the robot the way they do. And the way the competition works is you can use any official Lego piece. Any Lego piece. Doesn't matter. If it's produced by Lego, it's allowed to be in the competition. You get wildly different designs because there's no rules on how it has to be. So you choose how the robot should be based upon the missions. And each year there's different missions. And so they go before the judges as the second half and they explain why they designed the robot the way they did, why they tackled certain missions the way they did. And then the third part is probably the most exciting part, and that's the robot, they call it the robot game. And that's where you actually, there's a big table and all the missions are laid out and you have 2.5 minutes to do as many missions as you can and get as many points as you can. And so each mission has different grading scales, and that's always the exciting part. It's super intense, but it's actually the least important part for the overall score. They really want the kids to focus on the problem project and then their presentation. In between each round, you get to go to a practice table and run it again, and then you might have to program on the fly, you might have to redesign your robot, which we have done today. We've changed the program, we've added some pieces to the robot. And you just keep trying.
Basically, this is actually our official table. This is one of the first missions that we actually did. So you have to take this thing and to get it all the way up to the top here, and it has to stay. So we have this big hammer that comes in and just whacks it.
Here it finds the white and then the black line, it backs up, finds the white line again.
This one, it's called the food processor mission. You have to push this so it's on the green, because I guess it's like undercooked, or like frozen, undercooked, good, burnt, or something, I don't know. And we go from here over to this one, and it's a certain amount of points if you get the gray, the white, or the orange. And then if you get it past, it's none.
They're allowed to get time to set up the robot and be ready to start, but then once it starts, only 2 people can be in front of the line at any one time.
Every piece that we'll need is right here.
And so you'll see they're gonna change roles. Some are gonna jump out, some are gonna jump in. They're gonna take things off. They're gonna put stuff back on. It's intense. It's crazy. different judging rounds in front of the judges, and they take their highest score from any single round is the overall score in the robot game for the day. And we consistently have been successful on 3 of the 5 missions we're trying, but there's just 2 that we just can't get right today at the competition. It works great in practice. We almost never miss it in practice, but for some reason today, it just isn't working.
I'm here with Chris and his daughter Annabelle, not the whole team because not all the parents were here, that's totally fine. But we're gonna end it with the channel motto. Okay, so real quick, we're gonna go ahead and say this and then we're gonna be out of here, all right? Okay. You guys ready?
Sure.
1, 2, 3. Be weird, be kind, be human. Because if you bring a little weirdness into this world,
Kindness and humanity will follow.
yes, you're the first one to really remember the end of that. You have no idea
failed.
what you're doing.
I don't
Okay,
know. Where are
awesome.
we?